Hey guys, Ryan here. And with the return of one-shot sniping being brought back to Warzone, I of course had to make a sniper support video to help you guys find the best sniper support for you and your playstyle. If you guys enjoy content like this, maybe consider leaving a like, maybe consider subscribing, but more importantly, let's get into it and let's talk about the #1 sniper support in this video, the Camaro. I don't want to say that this is the best sniper support that I'm going to recommend in this video, but if I'm looking at it objectively, this is probably going to be the best sniper support for the most amount of people. If you are playing trios and quads, I would make sure you are running that 45 round magazine with this build instead of the 30 round magazine. But if you're playing solos and duos like I was in this video, then you probably want to make sure you're using the 30 round mag and get the benefits elsewhere. One of my favorite things about the Camaro is it has a time to kill that competes with SMGs, it has recoil that makes it good in the mid-range, and I'd say it's probably the most versatile SMG or AR you could use as a sniper support in the entire game. The one thing is my build is made for being hyper aggressive, so you may want to change it to have maybe less recoil or something like that. But if you're an aggressive player, this build is perfect for that playstyle because it makes you hyper mobile. It still has easy recoil to control, but it also has insane damage and that key mobility. So let's move on to the #2 sniper support and my actual preferred sniper support, the Vaznev. As you saw in my intro clip, and you'll see in any of my sniping videos probably, the Vaznev right now is my preferred sniper support because it matches my playstyle. I am a very aggressive player. I love to get in people's faces, I love to take on squads in a 1v3, 1v4 type situation, and I need a lot of mobility. I need something that's going to allow me to create a lot of space, but also have a good time to kill, that's going to allow me to kill opponents quick and leave me with a lot of plates. And this is pretty much the perfect sniper support for that. I can use this thing 15 to 20 meters out to still get a kill, but I can also use it between 0 and 5 meters. And for me and my playstyle, and I'm going to recommend it if you're an aggressive player, this might be the best sniper support. I am a good quickscoper. I can hit shots at 30-40 meters reliably, so what I need is a sniper support that's going to be good between 0 and 10 meters and also have good mobility and allow me to create clutch situations and actually win those 1v3 engagements, and this fits that perfectly. You have to understand, when you're picking a sniper support, the best option is dependent on how you play the game, and for the way I play, this is going to be the best option. And I know I keep stressing that, but you really need to consider, how do you play the game? If you are someone who needs a hypermobile SMG to be good and you still want to snipe, then you have the perfect option right here. But with that being said, I'm going to move into the third gun in this video, and this is going to be the Hurricane. Well, earlier in the video I said the Camaro was probably the best sniper support. I think the one that I recommend for the most average player or someone who's below average would 100% be the Hurricane. The Hurricane has the lowest recoil of any of the guns I've recommended in this video. I think it's the easiest gun to use, and while the damage isn't as insane as the first two guns I talked about in this video, it makes up for it because you're probably going to hit a higher percentage of bullets. If you find yourself using those other guns and missing a lot of shots, maybe try this Hurricane out and let me know what you think. This thing has insane accuracy, so you're going to end up hitting a lot of shots. It has great mobility, and the thing about it is it has a massive magazine, so it's pretty easy to mow through a whole squad with this thing and still actually have multiple bullets remaining. This gun genuinely to me seems very reminiscent of the Milano or the MP7 from Warzone 1, and that's why I really like it. I know there's an MP7 equivalent in Warzone 1 right now, but that thing is, Warzone 2, but that thing is not exactly like it, and it doesn't have the exact same feel. It's not the low recoil monster it was in Warzone 1, and the Hurricane really fits that niche role of a submachine gun that doesn't have an insane amount of recoil, that has good damage, and just is an absolute melt machine up close and also in the mid-range. I now also want to show the build for the sniper I've been using recently, and I will say this build is more suited for Rebirth and the smaller Ashika Island map and not so much Al Mazrah, but I love this build. This build has good ADS speed, it has good bullet velocity even at ranges, or as good as it probably could be while still maintaining good ADS speed and everything, and it's just overall, to me, this is a monster of a sniper. In my games, this thing has been melting for me. It feels like very much like a Warzone 1 sniper, something like the AX50 or the HDR, not so much like a Kar 98 or a Swiss, but it feels very reminiscent of the original Warzone 1 snipers, and I've just been frying with this thing. I'm also going to end this video by talking about honorable mentions. I'm not going to list them, but I have to say this, guys. I'm genuinely convinced there's about 5 to 10 guns that are pretty much just as good as any of the guns I talked about in this video. The M4, the Hemlock, something like the Cast-Off 7.62, the Vel 46, maybe even the MP5, I don't know. There's so many good options that could be great sniper supports, and if you don't see something I talked about in this video, please do not think that I'm saying it's not viable. I think one thing we have going for us right now in the whole sniper support meta is that there are a ton of different options. I don't think there is one top gun that dominates every other gun in terms of this whole meta section. I think when you look at long range ARs and close range SMGs, it's actually very similar right now. I don't think there's any dominant guns aside from maybe that new Squall or whatever it is that is actually pretty good. But what I'm trying to get across is if you like a gun, if you're more comfortable with the gun, please make sure you use that gun because it's probably going to end up being better. Maybe try out the guns I recommended or something like that, but don't be tricked by all these clickbait YouTube videos. Anyways guys, I'm going to wrap this video up, but I just want to say thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys, the snipers that are watching this video, are enjoying one-shot sniping being back because I absolutely am loving it, and I think it's a nice little change for Warzone 2 and just my overall enjoyability of it. But overall, I just hope you guys are enjoying the game. It's been Ryan, hope this video helped you out, and I hope you have a good day. Peace.